Have you ever seen this symbol before? Chances are you have at the doctor's office. It's very common in the medical department, but it's not actually supposed to be. This symbol actually represents the staff of Hermes, also known as the caduceus. Hermes is a Greek god who never really had anything to do with the medical field, so why is this symbol often used to represent hospitals and clinics? The US Army in the 1850s had hospital stewards which accidentally used the staff of Hermes in their chevron, which was a sort of badge that indicated rank in the army. The Sergeant General just decided to go with the logo, and so, in 1902, this badge was created. Ever since then, people have confused the caduceus with the actual symbol that's supposed to be used to represent medical associations, the staff of Asclepius. This video isn't really meant to be about the medical field, or even medical institutions, but rather a short documentary of the Greek god who is the topic of this video. There are multiple interpretations of the life of Asclepius, so many in fact that his story often gets confusing. This confusion is further escalated when trying to figure out all of the gods and minor details in his story. Even his family is not known about clearly. Some renditions say he had 3 sons and 6 daughters, some say he had 2 sons and 5 daughters, and some even say he had 2 sons and 4 daughters. So, for this video, we're just going to try to stick to certain common ideas and switch between certain details in the story to create our own interpretation that hopefully makes some sense. Asclepius was son to the god Apollo and the Lapith Coronis, making him a demigod. His birth is a complicated one though, since he was cut out of his mother by Apollo after she was murdered by Apollo's sister, Artemis, who Apollo actually asked to murder his wife, and of course she was totally down. Apollo did this when he found out that Coronis was having a secret affair with another Lapith, but as he was watching the funeral pyre of Coronis burn, he felt guilty for killing his unborn child. So, he decided to rescue the baby, and Asclepius was born. When Asclepius was born, his father Apollo took him to Chiron, the wisest of the centaur. Chiron was famous for his skills in medicine, and being Asclepius' mentor, he taught him everything he knew. Even Asclepius' father Apollo taught him some of the things he knew. After Asclepius felt that he had learned all that he could from Chiron, he left and fell in love with EPIONE, the Greek goddess of the soothing of pain. Asclepius and EPIONE had 2 famous sons, Machaon and Podalirius. Both were named heroes of the Trojan War after healing the injured Philoctetes when he rejoined the Achaean force. Other sons of Asclepius who are occasionally mentioned include Telesphorus and Aratus. Asclepius and EPIONE also had 5 daughters who were each considered to be minor goddesses. Acezo, goddess of the healing process, Aglaea, goddess of beauty, Hygeia, goddess of cleanliness, Iaso, goddess of recuperation, and Panacea, goddess of universal remedy. These daughters are said to be the personifications of skills held by their father. As Asclepius grew up, he became increasingly famous in the healing arts and medical science. Eventually, Asclepius met a snake who licked his ears clean, allowing him to learn secret knowledge that was previously hidden to man in return for the kindness Asclepius showed him. Asclepius used this newfound knowledge to make medicines and methods of surgery that were never discovered before. He was aided even further when the goddess Athena gifted him with the blood of the Gorgon, Medusa. This was very powerful in the hands of Asclepius, because blood from the left side of a Gorgon could kill, while the blood from the right side could heal. Asclepius used the blood of Medusa to create a potion that would not only heal, but also resurrect. He traveled from town to town, healing and resurrecting the likes of Tyndareus, Capaneus, Glaucus, Hymenaeus, Lycurgus, and possibly his most famous resurrection, Hippolytus. Asclepius had become so skilled, he had surpassed Chiron and even his father Apollo in the medical field, but this great amount of success would be eventually what led to his downfall. Both Zeus and Hades were enraged by Asclepius' acts of resurrection. He was interfering with the realm of the gods. Capaneus, one of the men Asclepius resurrected, was killed by Zeus, and Hades was angered by the possibility that no more deceased souls would come to the underworld. Zeus realized that Asclepius was disturbing nature. It's not normal for people to die and live forever. Something like that would bring huge problems in the future. So, after being further motivated by Hades, Zeus decided to punish Asclepius and struck him down with a thunderbolt, killing the demigod. Zeus used this action to make people understand that you shouldn't cause abnormalities by changing the state of nature, as it also interferes with the realm of the gods. Asclepius, the Greek god of medicine, a hero and a demigod, and a forebearer of all other physicians and doctors. Apollo, god of healing and medicine, and of music and poetry, father of Asclepius. Artemis, the goddess of wild animals, the hunt, and vegetation, and of chastity and childbirth, sister of Apollo. Chiron, the wisest of all the centaurs, mentor of Asclepius. EPIONE, goddess of the soothing of pain, wife of Asclepius. Machaon and Podalirius, heroes of the Trojan War, sons of Asclepius. PHILOCTETES, Greek hero healed by Machaon and Podalirius whilst participating in the Trojan War. Telesphorus and Aratus, sons of Asclepius, occasionally mentioned in certain writings. Daughters of Asclepius. Acezo, goddess of the healing process. Aglaea, goddess of beauty. Hygeia, goddess of cleanliness. Iaso, goddess of recuperation. Panacea, goddess of universal remedy. Athena, Greek goddess associated with wisdom, handicraft, and warfare, gave Asclepius the blood from Medusa. Hymenaeus, the god of weddings, resurrected by Asclepius. Zeus, god of the sky and thunder, struck and killed Asclepius with a thunderbolt. Hades, god of the underworld, was angered by the possibility that no more deceased souls would come to the underworld after Asclepius' acts of resurrection. Hermes, the ancient Greek god of trade, wealth, luck, fertility, animal husbandry, sleep, language, thieves, and travel. His staff is often confused with Asclepius' staff and mistakenly used in the medical field. The story of Asclepius teaches us that the ancient Greeks highly feared the gods and believed in not trying to interfere with nature. Asclepius brought the dead back to life, which angered both Zeus and Hades since it broke the natural order of things and interfered with their business. This must have made many of the ancient Greeks fear what the gods could do to them, so they never tried to or allowed anyone else to break the natural order of things. Again, hopefully this story made some sense. There are minor details that were taken from different sources and in some cases not even mentioned, but we wanted to make sure the story didn't get overly confusing and kept in the basic premises of the story. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one.